So our producers want us to read this. What you are about to enjoy or hate is simply three friends talking football and talking out their asses. Opinions mostly is for entertainment purposes only. You may offer great insights into the NFL and perspectives no one else has. Possible side effects do include feelings getting hurt, being offended, and losing respect for one another. What's up, friends, family, and faithful viewers? Thank you for joining us on another installment of Opinions Mostly, one of the greatest podcasts of all time. It's our 15th episode, if you don't count the live stream that we did that does not exist, apparently. I didn't know it disappeared. Week 18 in the NFL. Sitting directly across from me are my homeboys, okay? First of all, the co-creator of Opinions Mostly. Give it up for Joe, special teams Ballerich, baby. How you doing, dude? How you doing?
Like the fastest 3 months of my life, man. It's just like that. It's gone. We're done. We're headed to the playoffs here.
Yeah.
Where did my 3 months go? It's been a fun 3 months.
Depressing. It honestly does fly by really quick. When you put like 18 weeks, it's like, oh, that sounds like a long time, but it's really not.
Nope.
And then, of course, our opposing man, the man of the fun fantasy football year, dude. The guy that won the 4th and 69 trophy in our league. He only paid me $20 to give him a good player like later in the season. Give it up for Aaron the Hammer Quillen, baby. Good job.
Wait,
dude.
There's collusion?
Thank you. No, it was all me, as per my victory speech.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. It feels good to be champ. Car Ramrod really pulled through this year. Again, I know you guys already heard it. I'm just gonna break it down just real quick right now. I'll just get through my thank yous for being the champion. First off, thank you, Nick, for putting it all together, keeping us there. Second off, boys, I would like to thank our Lord and Savior Baker Mayfield for having the 5th best game of his career. 359 yards, 5 touchdowns. I believe that was 35-64 points. 0.64 points. Lastly, gentlemen, again, I would like to thank myself. I would like to thank myself for drafting such an amazing team. I would like to thank myself for making the best lineup for at least 13 weeks out of these last 16 weeks.
Boo.
Playoffs. And also thank myself for making the greatest trade of the year. I do remember hearing some backlash when it first happened from a certain co-host here on this show. Give it up for my boy Brock Bowers, and then bye-bye Ramondre Stevenson. So thank you.
I feel like you should thank Jake for that because he's the one that loses.
I did. I don't think he saw the message because he hasn't opened it. Yeah.
Jake, a little thank you note.
On a serious note, just real quick, want to thank you guys for filling in for me the last couple of weeks. Thank Pops for filling in for me. It's been a rough time. I needed a couple of weeks to kind of get some shit in order. But yeah, happy to be back, and thank you, boys.
Yeah, Pops is
You're
retired.
very welcome, Aaron. Well spoken. You're a well speaker. You know that?
Thank
you.
You.
Speak well.
I try.
We appreciate you being on the show, and we are glad that you are back. Everyone watching, Merry Christmas. Hope you had a Merry Christmas. Now that we're into January 2nd is what today is. No more Thursday Night Football, which is great. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. Hopefully you watched the live stream. Our picks all got erased because of that stupid live stream. Did anyone know? Do we know that doesn't sit around?
I thought they stay up.
Yeah, agreed. I thought it's like on the playlist there for live, but
might have to check the settings in our YouTube page.
I'd say we had quite a few viewers in there. It was pretty interactive. It was a pretty good episode.
I was in and out of there,
You were that pesky number 8.
Yeah. That was me.
All right, boys. Give it up for my wife, the lovely Celine, bringing me a nice Guinness.
All right, here we go. Reacting again. Putting the applause up here on my screen.
All right. My wife is fantastic, and she went to Costco and did a run for us. And I got a Costco pizza in the oven once we're done. So.
Oh, heck yeah.
I'm stoked. All right.
God. Let's go, baby.
Speaking of eating pizza, let's move on. Now, we're going to run through our Week 17 highlights. So this was like, Christmas time and all those other fun games that happened, guys. It was a big, obviously, week because there's a lot of playoff implications. A lot of things actually mattered. Week 17 ran December 25th through the 31st. Let's start off with the Chiefs beating the Steelers. Okay, the 15-1 Chiefs beat the now 10-6 Steelers, 29-10. What do you guys got to say about that?
Are you surprised? Are any of us surprised, really? I mean, Steelers are a good team. Kansas City seems to just find ways to win, and it's really fucking annoying. That's all I gotta say.
Joseph, I agree.
Yeah, I put my wagon in the AFC behind the Steelers now that the Jets are completely officially grounded for the rest of the year. So I put my wagon behind the Steelers, and I thought they had the defense to contain Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And 3 weeks in a row, the Steelers have just been dropping the ball. It's just crazy. Mahomes throws for 3 touchdowns, but can't make a Pro Bowl.
Mhm.
I mean, nobody.
Steelers,
Kermie's Dover. Kermie's done.
Steelers got
Um,
some
It's
questions, man,
it's
but
not
Pickens
like
has
he's
been
playing
out.
well. Just one more note on that for you, Joe. The Jets didn't even get clearance to take off week one, so
He didn't leave the gate, bro.
yeah, no.
not leave
They
the
went
game.
back. They went back for maintenance. Devontae
Uh,
Adams maintenance. And it was the wrong screw.
being that it was, the Steelers, I think I did pick the Chiefs, wanting to believe in the Steelers, but I still haven't seen any solid proof that they can hold strong. So all I gotta say is the Steelers being the fifth seed or something like that is super questionable in my opinion. Jesus. All right.
Especially with Pickens out. TJ Watt injured as well.
Yeah, it's just not a complete team. All right. Ravens destroyed. I mean, just manhandled uncomfortably, 31-2.
Damn.
The Texans. They just destroyed. I think it was because the Texans rolled out that new H logo that looks like.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? That's like their new trying to be hip and cool logo.
Like a
It's kind of
Royal
weird.
H.
I don't really like it, but whatever. It looks like graffiti to me, which makes them look.
Trash.
Makes them look trashy. Thank you. I'm glad you said it. Let's go with Joe. Joe, what do you got to take away from the 31-2 game?
The Ravens are a team that doesn't look like they played 3 football games in 12 days. Over that span that these other teams were playing. They came out and just fucking popped Houston on the fucking lip and said, "Take it." And we are going to go 11-5 going into week 18, man. Ravens are looking good. They're healthy. I don't think I've seen any weaknesses really, outside of maybe some of Lamar's decision making and not handing the ball off to Derrick Henry. But Ravens are looking really strong going into the playoff stretch here.
Aaron?
Yeah, little
That
foam
was
on you.
hot.
Oh, my.
Ooh. Oh, God.
Honestly, my biggest takeaway from this game was CJ Stroud looked scared. He was scrambling a lot, making bad decisions. Couldn't get anything going on offense. Made me nervous because I have Nico Collins for the championship. He didn't look confident at all. He didn't really. It's like he kind of froze. Like, this is a big prove it game against the Baltimore Ravens, who are just on fire right now. It should have been a time for him to step up, and he ultimately choked and looked scared.
Yeah.
Well, you know who they're going to be targeting in the offseason in the draft? Offensive linemen.
Yeah. Shocking. I mean, we're kind of going to talk about the playoff picture, but Texans are the fourth seed in the AFC, first in the AFC South, which is like, once again, not too. I wouldn't be super confident if I was involved with that team.
Nope. 100% no.
All right. Moving on. Seahawks played Thursday night, the last Thursday night game. Seahawks beat in a fucking straight up boring ass. Why did you waste your time? Thank God I actually worked that day. I always take Thursdays off, but I fucking worked that day. Seahawks 6 points, the Bears 3. What in God's name are we watching?
That was just trash. I have no comment.
Yeah, Joe.
We have these emotions about this game, which is justifiable. Like, trash. Why are we watching this? But there's going to be that random Sunday in the middle of June or July, and you're like, "Damn, I miss football." It's like, I really wish I could watch one of those shitty ass Thursday night football games. And boom, this is what's going to pop up,
dude. I'd rather just throw on my PlayStation and play Madden. Like, I can wait for football at that point. I would rather not watch that ever.
Yeah, I love it. I'm interested to see when we do our hammering the stats. Since it's been a couple weeks, how far Geno has slipped. I mean, I want to know where the fuck he's at right now.
To be honest, Yeah,
If you're watching,
it's all gonna be a surprise for all of us. I didn't get a chance to look at
I
the
love it. That's
board.
even better.
React
I
in real
believe
time.
Yeah,
I believed in the Seahawks, and I mean they're obviously eliminated from the playoffs with the Bears, but I believed in them a little bit more than I should have. I thought Gino was probably gonna at least get him to the playoffs, and it just kind of all crumbled and crashed. And now they're just both trash teams and whatever.
To your point, Nick, there's a lot of people that had a lot of stock in the Seahawks making it and winning that division going into the season. I'm like, what? What is
Yeah,
that? What?
I mean they were a well-rounded team,
yeah,
offensively, defensively, and
yeah.
Gino was doing his job. And I mean Lockett didn't have the season that he should have, but you still have DK Metcalf, and then Najigba was like he's insane. Like anybody
Yeah.
would take him as a wide receiver.
Honestly, it's been just Smith and Najigba. Like
Mm-hmm.
DK really
Mm-hmm.
hasn't had a year. Lockett really hasn't
Mm-hmm.
a year. The only really one that's had the year is Smith. Like,
That's true.
you know,
And I mean, Kenneth Walker's a
I
good
know that
running back.
because he is a part of the Carter Ramrod 2024 fourth and
Fucking A.
69
Oh my
To get that
god.
championship
plug
team.
Okay, all
anytime he can here.
right. Fucking A. This is gonna be
God,
That
like
was this year's
I
Spook
can't
though.
wait to get that trophy. Oh,
the trophy. Who's
trophy.
Chad got it? Yeah. At least you guys don't have to ship it. You can just fucking drop
I was talking to the parents the other day, and yeah, they said Yeehaw might bring it up next week.
it.
Hey,
Okay, sweet.
Yeah,
I'll buy the plaque this year, but I liked your idea of
yeah.
paying how to pay for it. I don't mind. It's
last
like
place
17
team.
bucks.
Yeah, last place
Yeah.
team. I like that.
Yeah, last place team or comes out of the winning money. I don't know. We'll vote on it next year.
I mean, yeah, if I had my winnings, you know. Anyway, next
Yeah,
game.
well, A is Thursday, a week from today, so
All right.
that's not so bad.
Financially recovering from this holiday season.
Yeah. I mean,
I
I
gotta
got
pay.
money. I just
I
don't
gotta
want to
pay my registration, but
I can send you installments. We could do
no, it's all right. It's all right.
installment
Moving
plan.
on.
Dollar a
Okay.
day. Dollar a day.
Moving on. All right. Chargers Saturday. They played Saturday because Saturday games during the holiday season. Chargers 40 destroyed the Patriots 7. Not really much to talk about on this one. I want to start with Justin Herbert still showing us that he can still play. 3 touchdowns, 281 yards. I wish he would be more consistent. Lad McConkey is a dog. He is the devil, like in the best way. Like if you could call the devil good, he is amazing. He's a good wide receiver, reliable, gets open, runs fast. White boy gets the end zone, all that fun stuff. I like watching him play. 2 touchdowns. Joseph?
I mean, there's nothing really else to say, my guy. I mean, the Patriots are bottom of the barrel trough right now in the AFC. Chargers are a playoff team, and Harbaugh is leading the charge with that culture change and with the Chargers.
Word. Aaron? I know you don't like the Chiefs. Or I mean the Chiefs, the Chargers.
You're correct on both accounts, good sir. Again, I think we all saw this coming. Who cares? Moving on.
All right. Broncos. They lost only by 6 points, 24-30 to the Bengals.
Mhm.
Both of these teams have huge playoff implications this week. I mean, it's what it's all coming down to is actually these are the teams to watch. Broncos are in the hunt. Okay. Bengals are on the bubble. Aaron, what do you got to say about either team?
I hope that the Broncos lose to Carson Wentz and the Chiefs this week, so they're just automatically eliminated. Because
Yep.
seeing everybody else in the AFC West in the playoffs, just again, another year we're just, whatever, fuck it. I mean, the Cincinnati showed some life. That offense was clicking. They were able to pull it off in overtime. So they may, depending on, we'll get into it in a little bit, see what they have to get in. But if they get in, they might be all right if they keep playing like that. But that's the thing.
Yeah.
They haven't been playing like that. So we'll see. We'll see. See if they can make a very late season, kind of push for playoffs.
They deserve to, I think. T. Higgins had 3 touchdowns. That's crazy. That's just wild.
Joe Burrow throwing 412 yards.
Yeah, my man was putting up. He's doing work. He's doing the most.
If the Bengals make the playoffs, this is the one team that no one wants to see in the AFC. 100% full sentence stop right there. Joe Burrow, 412 yards, 3 tutties. He might be. I also want to say if the Bengals make the playoffs, he needs to be the MVP. No questions asked. Joe Burrow ahead of Allen, ahead of Lamar, ahead of everyone.
I
Joe
kind of like
Burrow
that.
be
That's
the
a hot
MVP.
take.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he's putting up the numbers. He's got the numbers to do it.
And to Aaron's point, the Broncos and Chiefs game is going to be such a hard game to call because the Broncos are going to be playing full strength and the Chiefs are going to be playing Carson Wentz and all the backups at Mile High. So such a hard game to pick, if I'm being honest with you
Yeah.
guys. But Burrow went out there. He showed who he is. He's that guy. He is that guy, my guy.
Yeah.
And Bo Nix he had a hell of a game too, man. Got to give some credit to him, some kudos. Denver's got a good quarterback for the next 10 years, I would say. Once again, just solidifying the AFC West being probably one of the tougher divisions going forward.
I definitely like Bo Nix. I think he's got a lot of potential. So
Got a lot of spunk, dude. Got a lot of spunk.
Spunk. I'll give you some spunk. Bengals will play the Steelers, which will be an interesting game. I mean,
yeah.
It'll be weird. It'll be a weird one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cardinals. Joe, this one's obviously yours. Cardinals lost to the Rams in a fucking boring ass game too, 9-13.
What? Boring? Clearly, you didn't watch the last minute, brother. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
Let me tell you something here.
Okay.
Witherspoon on defense making the game clutch interception in the end zone at the half-yard line was epic. And we had a field goal block, solidify NFC West. My bad, y'all. My bad. Rams clinch it. Whew. We started out 1-4. We had a 5% playoff chance at week 5. Yeah. I remember those days.
Joe, I'm really starting to believe that you're not a Rams fan and you're actually a Jets fan.
And he's just delusional. I mean, that all ties together, I guess. Joe, can I ask you how far do you think the Rams are going to go in the playoffs?
I don't think I'm crazy when Dan Orlovsky goes on First Take and says this, but I think they can win it all. I think the Rams can legitimately win it all. We're getting healthy at the right time. Our players are contributing at the right time. Our backups are getting healthy too for the offensive line. Oh, thank God. Stafford is looking like, shall I say it, an MVP finalist?
Let me just put it to you this way. You scored 0 points in the first quarter, 10 points in the second quarter, 0 points in the third quarter, 3 points in the fourth quarter against the Cardinals.
And we still found a way to win it.
Yeah, and you're quoting an analyst who's an ex NFL quarterback who's known his biggest play that he's known for is for running out of the end zone for a safety. So
who else did that? Jimmy G.
Right, but we're not quoting Jimmy G.
Even if we were, where the fuck is he at?
What?
And we're also, Aaron, to take it one step further, we're quoting Stafford's backup, who is Orlovsky. In Detroit, Orlovsky was Stafford's backup for like 4 years.
That's even better.
Oh my God!
That's fucking great.
Jesus Christ!
I have questions against. Well, I think the fact we showed we could beat the Bills, I think that was huge. I like how we stand against the Packers. I'm a little concerned with the Vikings. I'm actually confident the way we stand against the Eagles, believe it or not, as crazy as that sounds. But it's one game at a time. Just one game at a time.
Yeah, well, I think you're full of shit because as the playoff picture stands right now, you would be playing Washington Commanders and you would lose that game.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to Joe's other favorite team, the Jets. Losing 14 to fucking 40 against the Bills. I mean,
yeah. We saw that coming. I just want to emphasize on how big of a piece of shit Aaron Rodgers is. Just what was the news that was texted to me this morning?
He said that he allowed what's his face?
Rod to come in.
Yeah, he's like, I allowed him to play.
Nick, he was recently, I don't know what he was on, but he recently came out saying that his time with the Jets has been the best 2 years of his life. How do you feel about that?
Bro, are you That's fucked up.
Hold on. So he didn't mean football-wise. He meant everything he was doing off the field.
It doesn't matter.
Well, that's 2 years of his life.
Pretty standard. Yeah, because he started doing drugs and disappearing. And
again, I love how fast Joe comes to his defense. Like,
actually, got set the record straight.
Hey,
regardless, Nick, how do you feel about that?
I feel like he is an asshole. Yeah, he's just
Mhm.
kind of an asshole. I mean, we gave him the best years of his life, and he gave us what he gave us, which was one Super Bowl. But bro, it was like the first, second year, like fuck off. Like
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. And then he like disrespectful. Um, he's constantly throwing tantrums on the field. If I led my staff of 70 people that way, I would have people quitting every single day. Like they'd just be like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you calling me out? Like, why are you? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the
You'd
fuck's
have the
wrong with you?
you'd have
Catch
the
the
best
ball!"
staff of all time, though.
Yeah.
Huh?
You'd have the best staff of all time, though.
Oh, really? Really? What's the Jets record, Joe?
Yes.
Yeah,
You're
that's what
concerned.
I thought. Like
You can
you,
look it up all that. No.
yo, just
Four
shut the
12, dude.
fuck
Four
up
12.
about the Jets. Oh my God.
They're 2-7 away, dude. What the fuck?
That's crazy. I know.
Horrible, horrible. Yeah, no, I don't know. Whatever. Fuck it. Josh Allen, dude's fucking improved since last year, and he's gonna continue to get better. If they don't win it all this year, which I don't think they will, but if they don't, they have a very good shot at doing it next year.
Did y'all see the video of the Jets coming out of the hallway with the boombox and Josh Allen staring at them in the corner?
Mhm.
That came out after the game. I was like, wow, they really had the audacity to do that.
Yeah, playing Gangster's Paradise.
Yeah. Josh Allen just standing in the corner like, okay, okay.
Let me tell you. All right, in a somewhat shocker, Aaron's Raiders win against the Saints
What?
25-10, dude.
Get a round of applause going there for that.
Was it really a shocker though? I mean,
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But goodbye, Shador Sanders. Hello, Sam Darnold. Like,
Oh, oh,
and then Sam Darnold's gonna play the worst football of his career. I'm not kidding. Like that's exactly what's gonna happen. We're gonna give him a shit ton of money for like a 5-year deal, and he's gonna be cut within 3.
Russell
I don't
Wilson.
think I don't think that'll happen. Yeah, Russell Wilson, is that what you said?
He's gonna get Russell Wilson.
That's more likely in my book. I don't think Sam Darnold's going anywhere.
I mean, I don't know. Because they still have JJ McCarthy that they're into, and if we because we're known for overpaying players like that are coming off of a great year.
Yeah.
I honestly think that we're gonna make a push for him at the very least.
You might, but he seems like the kind of guy that hasn't had really a home or like hasn't been successful with any team, and now he's got a successful team that he's on. I don't think he's going to trade that for money. I think
And the Vikings already
like,
said they want him back too.
Yeah, he seems like the kind of guy too that is going to stick around and try to win a Super Bowl instead of like.
Well, hopefully, because
Aaron, to your defense,
I don't know at this point. You know,
Aaron, to your defense, I have seen a mock draft where the Raiders stay where they're at and they still get Shador at 7-ish.
I mean, that means absolutely nothing to me.
I know.
Hey, I've seen a mock draft too, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great that they can start playing well and have a good offense, and Aiden O'Connell plays fantastic when nothing is on the line after all these fucking weeks and all this bullshit. Like, and now I'm looking at Aiden O'Connell. It's like, okay, if he can play like that, fucking stay.
Yeah,
like
that. The Chiefs, right?
Like, yeah, like just
242 yards,
God.
2 touchdowns. Yeah.
I mean, he has the connection with Brock Bowers. Like, we need a true number one. Keep Jacoby Myers, beef up the line.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with keeping O'Connell if he plays like that.
Aaron, your number one is Bowers. He is that guy. Oh man.
No, Aaron knows.
Yeah, I know, but we still need a true one WR, not a T WR.
Actually, T. Higgins.
Yeah, I mean that's a possibility. I could see us going because we're free of the Adams money now. So
yeah,
we have a bunch of cap to spend.
Could be good. I could see him in a silver and black. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on. Excuse me. A shocking game for I think all of us.
Yep.
Colts losing to the Giants 33-45. Did anyone see this coming?
Oh hell no.
No.
I did all of our picks. Not. We did a clean sweep on the Colts winning this one. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
That was the Giants' first home game win at MetLife, and I think a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. I
Like-
mean, that's how bad. I think that's the first time I think they said on the broadcast that's the first time in 2 or 3 years they scored more than 30 points as well in a single game.
Yeah.
That's wild. Yeah, I
And
don't know.
I think it's a detriment on the Colts and their culture. Pat McAfee comes out and puts them on fucking Front Street. I don't know if you guys saw that. He calls them out head to toe, and then now there's a bunch of leaks coming out from that Colts locker room of other players saying, like, yeah, I took less money because I want to play with Anthony Richardson, but he's not putting in the work. Now I had to call his ass out.
Correct me if I'm wrong. There was no real implications for that game for either team. Obviously, not the Giants, but for the Colts either. Like, it's kind of like, oh, whatever. But it should. You had your starters in there, and you had Taylor in there too. You still put on a show, but like, you guys shouldn't lose that fucking game. That's just
no.
I mean, Drew Lock was on it.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, Drew Lock.
Him and Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, hold on. Stop talking right there. I'm gonna hold right now about this, okay? Because on behalf of Car Ramrod, your 2024 4th and 69 champions, I would like to add a thank you to our second Lord and Savior, Malik Neighbors, for having 7 receptions, 171 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He was actually my highest scorer for the championship, and I needed that. So thank you.
That's crazy.
That's all I have to say about this game.
That's crazy. Was he consistent? I haven't really paid that much attention to him. He was consistent all year.
Yeah. He was one of my. I don't know when I took him in the draft, but I was eyeballing him because it's like he's a rookie, but he's gonna be fucking good.
Oh yeah,
I was
he's
right.
A superstar.
He's smoking.
Just like I knew Brock Bowers was going to be good, and that's why I made that trade.
Shout out Jake.
Shout out Jake.
Hey, Nick, you call me dumb for it, so just remember that.
I only call you dumb because I like to have fun. I got to be controversial. That's what this thing's about.
Yeah, sure.
You stupid idiot. No,
Aaron, it's new terminology every week. It's new terminology every week for him. Nick, back to your point.
Oh, God.
I guess the only implication for the Giants was just the draft order because now everyone in New York is like, why did we win? We had the number 1 pick. Now we slipped to 3 or 4.
Well, that could be if you pull up the script, I think that's actually written in there that these are all deep conspiracies to make sure that tanking is not seen in the eyes of the Americans. Like, we don't see that. It's a hide thing. They're hiding
wrong.
You hate biggest story is Saquon and the Eagles winning 41-7 against the Cowboys. That's not the biggest part of that story.
Another round of applause, though.
Yeah, it's Saquon. He's topping 2,000 yards rushing as the Eagles beat the Cowboys. So, dude, 2,000 yards of rushing is fucking wild.
That's wild. Anytime it's done, yeah.
I think he goes number 1 in fantasy next year in 95% of the leagues.
Say less, Sam.
Yeah. Any boys got some talkings?
I mean, they just beat the shit out of the Cowboys. That's it.
Yeah.
And thank you, Saquon Barkley, for being on Car Ramrod 2024 4th and 69 champion team.
You had like a fucking hot team with those 3 fucking guys right there.
Hey, obviously.
This mute button's getting more and more tempting to hit.
You fucker. I had I genuinely stopped. I was like, oh God.
So I do want to put this on Front Street, y'all. If you guys, we saw this game as a blowout, but if you're to ask Micah Parsons, he's like, you take away the 3 scores they had, and we were only lost by 3.
Yeah.
What?
Did you guys see that?
Yeah, it's basic math though. He doesn't get.
Aaron, so after the game on his podcast, he was like, we were right there. We performed and we just had a couple of slip ups, on the crucial 3rd down and the crucial 4th down. It's like, you take away those plays that they made where they scored on those plays. We were right there. We only lost by 3.
That is such a stupid thing to say.
Well,
oh my God.
It's Micah Parsons, poor guy.
Micah Parsons, man.
I saw a bet. It was like Jonathan Taylor, Devontae Smith, and Malik Neighbors. And there's one more to score 2 touchdowns, and the guy put like $5 on it, and they all scored 2 touchdowns, and he won like $20,000, dude.
That's awesome.
I think I saw that too. I think I saw that too. What you're talking about.
You just pick like a couple of random guys to score 2 touchdowns, and if they do on like $5, you win grand.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Bands and grands, baby. All right, Panthers lost Not just lost. I'm not gonna let Aaron talk about this one. They got destroyed by the Buccaneers,
By our
48 to
Lord
14.
Savior Baker
Shut up.
Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield throwing 5 touchdowns. I picked him ahead of the game to score 3 or pass for 3, so I hit that for like $5. It was easy money. Dude's fucking insane. We love Baker for a reason.
Another round of applause for Baker. Let's see here.
Yeah. Actually, give Baker his fucking flowers. He's the man.
He already got the championship for the 4th and 69 league on Car Ramrod for 2024.
You should take a picture and send it to like his personal account and be like, you helped me win this.
You should send him like his winnings for it too, right? You know, his bonus payout, right?
Yeah, well, he should pay Aaron, is it? For drafting.
He should pay me a bonus. Yes. Yes.
I believed in you.
I'm the coach.
Exactly.
I started him. So.
Oh man.
In the NFC, the Buccaneers are in the hunt. If they win this weekend against the New Orleans Saints, which they probably should, I mean, obviously, there's a 99% chance they'll make the playoffs. So all they got to do is win. Like we said, Baker is the man. He's going to put on a show. Fucking Mike Evans is going to catch 2 touchdowns. Bucky Irving is going to actually score a touchdown, even though he rushed 20 carries for 113 yards. I want to give a shout out to someone whose team doesn't matter anymore on the Panthers. Adam Thielen, dude. Adam Thielen, that guy, he's got like a rebirth, and he's honestly, it feels like he's like nobody, but he's really should be somebody. Like, he's always been great. When he was on the Vikings, he was good. You know, he's found a team that he can like play with still. He can play on any team. And he doesn't get enough credit. So I just want to say, Adam, if you're watching, I'm sure you are, because I spam your DMs every night. You're one of the greatest guys to ever play the game. I appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing. That's all I want to say about that game. Go ahead, take it. Aaron, you cannot talk about it. Joe, you can.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, Thielen's been on a fucking bender like the last 3 to 4 games. A couple weeks ago against the Buccaneers when they lost in OT, he had some crazy ass fucking one-hand catches, fadeaway it was like a 4th and 9, had the fadeaway one-hander like an Odell. Thielen, the 34-year-old man, getting up and at it, looking like a young pup, man. So I double down on what you're saying with Thielen, 100%. Plus,
I love it.
I think he's also been instrumental with Bryce Young getting better this particular season as well.
Yeah, right. He's no Malik Neighbors, over 171 yards and 2 touchdowns. But
let's go to mute. No.
Are you fucking joking?
Oh.
Okay. All right.
It's tempting.
He's a Tory Holt. Yeah.
That's actually the opposite of what I am.
Oh, good Lord.
The team Tory Holt was drafted to. Actually, he almost won that year. I think you did win that year.
I did win that year.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
With a retired wide receiver.
I forgot about that.
That's how little I needed it, because I just forget.
Yeah, it's true.
Jesus.
All right. Titans, they lost 13-20 in a mean-nothing game against the Jaguars. I have nothing to say about this other than I thought the Jaguars would be better this year, but you guys already knew that because we talked about it. So
keep it rolling.
Yeah, this one could have gone either way. Special thank you to myself for starting Taji Spears. May he recover. I did start him over Breece Hall, but he was a part of my championship Car Rob 2024.
All for one for all, right?
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, that's fair. How many points did he have? He only had like 100 rushing yards.
He had 13, but Breece Hall only had 6. And I won by 5.
The double.
Actually, I'm sorry. I won by 10, but it got close there.
Shout out Caleb. Caleb, sorry. Because I'm sorry you lost. It's fucking Aaron's fault. I can give you his address.
Absolutely.
Joe, you want to add anything to that boring game?
Keep it moving.
Yeah. All right. Dolphins. They won 20-3 against the Browns, which wasn't a surprise to anybody. Tua wasn't in, obviously, because he had no fucking reason to be because of his injuries and all that bullshit, and he's just old. And they're still on the bubble. They can still make it to the playoffs, but the chance is very slim to none. Huntley, wait, hold on. Let me pull it up. I just lost it. Huntley did pretty good for his first showing out. 22 of 26. That's what I wanted to note. 225 yards and 1 touchdown. What do you got to say about it, Joe?
Well, I mean, I think we're all sleeping on the Miami Dolphins here. I mean, we have a quarterback room with 2 Pro Bowlers in Tyler Huntley and Tua. We're
Pro
talking
Bowl?
Pro Bowl man. Tyler Huntley was in the Pro Bowl a couple seasons ago, guys. Just remember
And
that.
it was a fucking fluke. He was in there because of injuries. He didn't get voted in.
I
Which is why
digress.
he was playing right now, too, right?
I digress.
Yeah.
um,
It's not like he had an outstanding Pro Bowl year. He fucking was like 7th on the list and everybody got injured.
He succeeds when everyone is hurt. That's how it
what
works.
Pro Bowl are you watching? No.
I watched that one because that was the last time Derek Carr was representing the Raiders.
Shame on you for watching the Pro Bowl, period.
Yeah, shame. I will say I have a little bit of a pulse on Miami Nation, and they said that Tyler Huntley played a hell of a lot better.
Stop that. There is only one nation, motherfucker. Don't ever say that again.
The pulse on Finn Country. On Finn Country.
Finn Country. No. You gotta say Finn Ocean or something. Like
Finn Ocean.
You can't take other teams' fucking thing.
Ram Nation, I mean.
No,
that's Ram's house. Whose house? Ram's house.
Oh my god, this guy.
We rent it out every weekend too. We rent it out every weekend too. It's not even our fucking house. It's an Airbnb for the opposing team.
Yeah, it's an Airbnb.
Oh god, especially when the Raiders come to town. Jesus Christ. But anyway, to their point, they said Tyler Huntley looked a hell of a lot better this time around than the first time around, like week 5 when Tua went down, because he had more time with the playbook. I think I could double down and say, yeah, he looked decent for a backup in 1 week for replacing Tua. Tua has a hip injury, I think, or a rib injury. I think he's supposed to be back.
He's always hurt. He's always hurt. It's unfortunate. He could be a good quarterback if he wasn't always hurt or concussed.
That's your second favorite team. That's your
I know.
Yeah,
I know. I do like the Finns. I do want to say Achane shit the bed, crap the bed. Tyler Huntley actually had more rushing yards than their running back, which is fucking weird. Aaron, anything you want to add?
No, it wasn't really surprising. The other thing that's crazy about Huntley is he's never thrown a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, no, right? I agree with you on
that's like I don't understand how that happens. But
he's the only guy that you should throw a touchdown pass.
Yeah,
if you throw. Yeah, poor Tyreek.
I was waiting.
105 yards.
I was waiting for Aaron to say, I really don't have anything to say because I had none of these players on my championship winning team in fantasy football.
Listen, Joe, not every game needs to be talked about my championship. Okay.
He's like, but
to your point, but just the ones that affected my championship.
He's like, but this next one, yeah, exactly.
I think like the next one though.
He's like, well, actually, the Vikings defense, whatever. All right, Packers, the best team in the league, in my opinion. Lost 25-27.
Hell of a game.
To the Vikings. At the Vikings. Sorry, I was choking on a frog there. Okay. Listen, I have a lot to say about this game. And last week or the week before that or whatever, when we were talking about, the Packers lost because or the refs. Nick's going to talk about the refs and all that bullshit. Okay, look, I do want to say something. For real. We were down 3 to fucking 20 fucking 7. No, 27. 3 to 24. Whatever the fuck it was. I don't fucking remember.
Let me see.
At the half. Okay.
13-3 at half.
No, it wasn't 13-3 at the half.
For Packers and Vikings or the game before that?
Oh, 13-3 at the half. Yeah. No, I'm talking about at one point, the worst point. It was 24-3 or something like that. 21-3.
Yes, it was. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, okay. Where I'm going with that is we still only lost by 2 points. Okay? that is a point that everyone needs to pay attention to. There's 2 things that's wrong with that. Either the Vikings took their foot off the gas, which they were still trying to play the game, so they didn't, or the Packers stepped up. Well, it's the Packers stepped up. We play second half every single fucking game. If we could play the whole entire game, 100% of the game, we would have beat the Vikings. Okay, that's my main point about this game. I'm not upset. Okay, I just think that we could be where the Vikings are right now if we fucking played a full fucking game. Okay, that's one. Point one. Point two. I know Scott and other fucking Vikings fans don't want to hear it, and they always just like knock it off until a fucking ref has a call against the Vikings. God forbid. Fuckers, I fucking hate that. I hate. They're so two-faced. They're so two-faced.
Oh,
like,
man.
oh, the ref didn't have anything to do with the game, and then like when there's a ref call, and then like, what the? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, they complained that there was a face mask on Sam Darnold against the Rams. I was like, look, guys, the
No,
refs didn't
stop.
call
I
it.
got valid points though. Okay, the fucking kick, the field goal kick that gave them 3 points. That what's his face, Reichert or whatever, missed. He
Oh,
missed.
here we go. Here we go.
They showed it from above. They called it offside so he could re-kick, get 5 yards re-kick, and he made it the second time. They showed it from above. There was no offsides. No fucking offsides. If anything, their fucking dude was off fucking sides. What is it? He's a fucking. What's the fucking penalty when the offensive lineman's offside?
Neutral zone infraction.
Yeah. No, that's
So,
defense.
anyways, there was that fucking stupid penalty, and then you know what? It doesn't even matter. I'm not. There wasn't.
I like it. I like it. I like it. I like the zen, the clear
Yeah.
that just came to your brain.
There's a lot of egregious calls, but you know what? That's not why we lost. Why we lost, although we did lose because that was part of it. We lost because we didn't play the whole entire game. If we would have played the whole entire game like we did in the second half, where we scored fucking 21 points.
Mm-hmm.
If we would have scored 21 points in the first half, we would have won the game. But Jordan Love, he was sleeping. Everybody was sleeping in the first half. Fucking Jacobs started the game with a fumble. I love Jacobs. And I don't even fucking like blame it on him, obviously, but he fumbled on the fucking first drive. I was like, oh shit, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Not good. Not good. But that's not why we lost, dude. We just stopped. All right, anyways. I love Josh Jacobs. He's my man. I fucking love that he's a Packer. And I'm sure you do too, Aaron, because you want nothing but good stuff for him.
I mean, yeah, but you know.
You wish he was a Raider, I know. Go ahead, talk, and then move on, because I'm fucking. I got my.
I just want to. I agree with you. I think the reason why the Packers lost because they ran out of time. They started coming together at the end, looking like on it. If they were eligible for an onside, first off, and they would have got that, then I think they probably could have won that. Just they left not enough time on the board. Not really up to them, I guess, at that point. But if there was more time, they would have won.
Thank you. Yeah. Joe?
All right. I got a couple of things here.
Wait.
So I've been listening to a lot of people talk about a texter. Oh, you're on your phone, my bad. I've been listening to a lot of.
She doesn't have an iPhone. I can't just text her from my computer.
All
right.
What are we doing? Celine, get with the program. Anyway,
she has an Android, whatever. Go.
But yeah, I've been hearing like people like Rich Eisen, Dominique Foxworth, Jeff Saturday talk about this all year with the Packers. Just Jordan Love is just so inconsistent at times throughout the game and throughout the season, you know. And like to your point, the first half just all over the place. Second half dialed in, come back and just figure it out and come within basically a field goal score. No pun intended. I do want to give credit to the Vikings. It looks like they really stopped the run game in that first half, and for most of the game, I think you only had two. Yeah, looking at the stats here, only 2 runs plus 10 from
the second half doesn't really count because we had to throw.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, but I think to the bigger point, the Vikings figure out how to stop your run game, which I thought was huge because you guys are a run first offense. So that was huge. The fumble by Jacobs was definitely a momentum swinger for the first half for the Vikings to get up big. And then obviously Sam Darnold does what he does. He threw a pick. He tried to get into a tight window, and y'all picked it off. I don't think that was your guy Reed that picked it off, right?
No. You're thinking of McKinney.
McKinney, yeah, it wasn't McKinney though. Yeah. He threw it to double coverage. He thought he could get in there, but obviously not. But you know, you look at the Packers. It's like I think I saw the stat. It's like I think all your losses, at least at NFC North, you lost by a total of like 19 points combined. You know,
yeah. We play close games.
Yeah, between the Lions and the Vikings, the Bears don't even fucking count. They're a fucking Division III team at this point. I think Georgia could probably beat them, but yeah, I mean, Sammy Dimes doing what he does, 377 yards. You see that offense. You see the Vikings offense as dangerous as they can be in the postseason, though, which I think is scary. The Packers, I mean, and then to your point, CJ Watson wasn't even playing. And I saw I saw a Packer pundit suggest maybe the Packers coaching staff or the locker room need to figure out maybe who is the number one. Is it Dobbs or is it CJ Watson, Instead of having this
Well,
parity amongst players on the
Christian
wide receiver
Christian
core.
Watson.
Christian
yeah.
Watson, thank you. I always call him
And
CJ Watson, my bad.
and also the number one guy should be Jaden Reed, but for some reason him and Love they aren't connecting. They're not like on the same page. We're using Reed as like we do all kinds of
Gadget
motions
plays,
in the
right?
back. Yeah,
Yeah.
all kinds of like crazy things. And they run the fuck out of him. But then they like only hand him the ball like twice, and then he's like fucking gassed because he's running across the field before the fucking plays even started.
He's your
You know?
Debo Samuel, is what you're saying?
Yeah, he is our Debo Samuel, exactly. And I just want to point out we held Justin Jefferson to no touchdowns.
That
Okay.
was insane. Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah.
So we locked him down. We knew what to do. We knew who to attack and who to protect.
But Addison had a hell of a game, though. Jordan
Yeah, I
Addison
know.
had a hell of a game.
Yeah.
I mean,
whatever.
if you're the Packers, I look at it like the Lions loss. You shouldn't really be concerned. You're right there with it, and yeah, it's going to be a toss up in the playoffs, right? I mean, you guys were there.
Yeah.
This is Jordan Love's 27th game starting, right?
Yeah, he's young. Come on.
My last point I want to make. Colin made this point. I kind of liked it. He said that the Green Bay Packers of this year are the Detroit Lions of last year. They're just 1 year away. They just need that growth and maturity and continuity before they can really take it all the way. This was before the Lions' entire defense went to IR. But I was like, okay, I can see that. The Packers being essentially 1 year away from winning that championship. Not to say that y'all could win it this year, but just with the youth and the age gap, and just the growing and the maturity of it.
That's an interesting take, but I want to remind you of something. I think the Packers are more dangerous than we put on, and I think we do that really well. I think we're under the radar for a reason. We only lost the Lions by 3 points, okay, when we played the Lions. We only lost the Lions by 3 points. We had the only shutout of the whole entire regular season against the Saints, which isn't that impressive, but it is the only shutout against the Saints.
Yeah.
And we only lost to the Vikings by 2 fucking points. These are all like the top teams, like not including the Saints, but these are all the top teams, and we're only losing by a fucking field goal. Okay, that's something that needs to be paid more attention to.
Even the first time y'all lost to the Vikings at Lambeau. I mean, the Vikings took their foot off the pedal, but yeah, I think you guys only lost by 3 points, right?
Yeah, we're a sneaky team, and I kind of feel like, hey, you know what? We're doing this for a reason. Maybe we're intentionally losing by 2 or 3 points. I mean, no one takes us seriously, and we're like, oh, guess what? We fucking got you. here's our first
cheesehead conspiracy. No, I love it. That's fair.
All right. Let's move on. Let's keep going.
They'll be dangerous, though. They're gonna be dangerous.
Oh, we are fucking dangerous, baby. It's actually pretty standard if you think about it.
Hey, shout out.
All right.
Jesus.
Falcons lost to the Commanders in a close one, 24-30. Commanders sealed their playoff run. I'm just gonna say I like watching Jaden Daniels play. Yeah. He fucking ran for 127 yards and he fucking threw for 227 yards and 3 touchdowns. This dude's fucking insane, bro. He's insane. He's insane. Aaron, what do you got?
I mean, just the way he led that overtime drive to win the game. Like, didn't even give the Falcons a chance. Like, he looked, his composure was there. He was confident. He knew where the ball was going. He knew where the defenders were. He knew when he could leak it to the outside, run it up for those extra yards. He looked like they could be dangerous in the playoff. Like, made the Commanders look like they could be dangerous in the playoffs. Atlanta, and it's not that Atlanta looked bad too. Like they played well as well. I mean, they still Penix is looking good. You still have Bijan Robinson, Drake London. So Pitts too. Like they look good. It was a good game, but in the end, the Commanders are just a better team. And Jaden Daniels, he's gonna have a great career. Like, this is a rookie year, and he's already playing like this.
Oh,
yeah, it's gonna be fun to continue to watch him play.
Yeah, I love it. Joseph?
Just to make the trifecta of, Jaden McDaniels fucking pleasantries here. I mean,
Daniels,
my bad.
Jaden
Daniels. He looked like he had balls of steel against the Eagles game the week prior when he led.
You're looking at his balls?
No, I'm just saying he appears to have balls of steel, like just no fear at all. The way he leads that drive on the 4th down 2 weeks ago against the Eagles to win that game. did the same thing against Atlanta. I couldn't tell who the rookie was out on the field. Was it Jaden Daniels or was it Raheem Morris, who couldn't figure out time management with his timeouts in the last minute?
Damn,
Good
son.
Lord Almighty. I mean, what's going on, Raheem? I thought you were supposed to be the guy here. Your lead quarterback goes out, Kirk Cousins. You bench him, and to your point,
Yeah.
Penix is good, but this is too little, too late. Atlanta's not going to win division this year. This is just to be a growth year for Penix to take over.
That's you're a little brutal on that, but I like it.
He's my ex-defensive coordinator, which I ragged on all the time.
Commanders sealed the 6th seed, and not sealed. I shouldn't say that. They're in the 6th seed currently. Falcons are on the bubble. Falcons are going to drop off. I think we all agree, right? They're not going to make the playoffs. Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll take that.
Last but not least, before we move on, Lions beat the 49ers, but this game was fucking actually crazy and surprising. Yep. I want to give a huge shout out to the 49ers. Also, another reason why Detroit Lions don't have it all figured out. All right. Who talked last? Who talked first last? No, Aaron, okay, not you. Joe, go ahead. I already fucking know what you're going to say.
Oh, yeah. Jaden Gibbs or some shit, right? Or
Montgomery. Some shit like that, and also they're the best team in the league, blah, blah, and all this other bullshit.
Look, I am ready.
Why are you on this podcast right now?
Okay, guy.
Okay, guy. There we go. All right,
go, Nick, Joe. Talk.
I'm officially ready to say that the Lions aren't going to win at all. The injuries are not for reasons you want, it's for the facts. And Aaron will back me up on this, I know. I think they have way too many injuries to overcome. I don't think they can get as deep. The only way they're going to win is if they score 75 points a game. I'm just going to be honest with you. They have to score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion on every single drive. That's the only way they're going to win the Super Bowl.
I love it.
Maybe next year when they get healthy, I don't know, but they'll make the play. They're going to make the playoffs. They might win a game in the playoffs, but with how many?
They already made the playoffs.
They're playing for the number 1 seed next week.
I just don't think they're going to. I don't think they're going to get all the way. But they look good. It was an entertaining game. All the trick plays they did, but I heard someone suggest, did they let too many cats out of the bag against the Niners, showing all their tricks up their sleeve? Or is yours, Aaron?
They didn't even have to.
I disagree. I still think they're going all the way. They have injuries on the defensive side, but that offense is on fire and continues to be on fire.
100%.
They are still that team. They are tough. They are well led. They have plenty of more tricks left up their sleeve. They still put up 40 points. They were down at one point and came back and won the game. Like I still believe.
They won the game. They won the game against at the time it was 5-10 fucking 49ers team.
Yeah, an injury slot team like the Niners. They put 34 on them, man.
That's crazy. Like the
imagine a fully healthy team does against them.
I don't think they scored more than 30 points all year. I mean, for them to score 34.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The Niners? Yeah, the Niners.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I was like, what? Yeah.
You know what? That's fair. These are all fair. These are all good points here.
Also,
next week's going to be the real test to see how far they go. Honestly,
that's the game that everyone's going to watch. And I'm going to say it right now. I already said earlier this year, I don't hate the Vikings, but fuck the Vikings. I do. I'm rooting for the Lions in this game. Just so everybody knows. If someone's going to fucking win, it's going to be someone that doesn't have a fucking trophy and is also not fucking the purple people eaters that fucking stole the skull chant from an Icelandic soccer team. Be original. Okay. I digress. Anything else to say?
No, that's it.
That's going to be the game of the week next week for sure. Sunday Night Football, Lions and Vikings.
Yeah, it'll be the game of the week this year because the year just started.
Yeah.
We already talked about most of the playoff picture, but I'm going to run through it. After I run through it, I want you guys to each have one statement, whatever you want to say that you're most looking forward to.
Nick, 1 second.
Well, you can pull it up. Let me just read through it. All right. So we're going to go through the eliminated teams. What the fuck are you doing? Okay. Eliminated teams. All right. Out of the fucking chance to be in the playoffs, their season is over. Got the Colts, the Seahawks, the Jets, the Cowboys, the Raiders, the Cardinals, the Jaguars, the 49ers, the Browns, the Saints, the Titans, the Bears, the Patriots, the Panthers, and the Giants, okay?
Prosh,
All those
absolute
guys,
prosh.
all those guys are eliminated. There's no fucking point in watching them except to root for your team to tank for a better draft pick. All right.
This team right here. Let's
I
go.
am not going to watch them get their asses kicked against Chargers this next week. I'm
This
just
team we got to
saying.
watch. Let's go, baby.
Like you said, Aaron, many times before, this would be the game that they would win because they're not supposed to yet. They're doing
Actually,
it for no fucking
you're
reason.
right. We're usually the last game of the season is against Chargers and we win no matter what.
Yep. And I don't know why. I don't fucking know
Yeah.
why either.
Yeah, you're
Aaron,
right. You're right.
Aaron, your first game of the season was against the Chargers too, ironically.
What did I just say?
All right. Well,
So the
Joe,
last
Joe's not
game.
there. All right. So on the bubble, which means these teams are on the outside, but they could possibly get in if everything goes right for them, are the Dolphins, the Falcons, and the Bengals. Okay. We are all, I think, thinking that the Bengals are the ones that are going to be able to pull this off. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyone else think the Dolphins? We already said the Falcons no. So Dolphins or Bengals?
They're
Aaron?
Bengals.
Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals 100%.
Okay.
But
Perfect.
yeah.
Nope. Don't jump the gun. Don't jump the gun. All right.
yeah, you're good.
So in the hunt, we got the Broncos, okay, and the Buccaneers. I'm gonna say the Buccaneers are gonna make it somehow. I don't know. I guess if they win, they got a 99% chance, right? That's what it says. I don't know. The Buccaneers going to make it somehow. The Broncos, maybe not so much, and that's why the Bengals would take that spot. Anyone got anything else to add to that or disagree with me?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the Broncos are going to beat the Chiefs even with their second string, honestly. Yeah. So I don't think they're going to get in.
Yeah. Josephine?
I'm against that. I think the Broncos will get in with the secondary that the Chiefs are playing because the starters outside of Kelsey and Mahomes are absolute garbage. So the backups can't be any worse, right? I think
come
I think the
on,
Broncos
Joe,
will do
pick
it.
a team, the Jets or the Broncos.
Broncos, baby. Bronco country. Let's ride.
He has three favorite teams, okay?
Keep it a mystery, for the time being, right?
Good God.
It's not a mystery.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Let's talk about the NFC real quick, and then we'll hit the AFC. Uh-oh. Celine just yelled at the dog. She's doing something bad. The NFC. So, like Aaron pointed out, Lions will play the Vikings for the number 1 seed. It'll be a good game. It's going to be the game that everybody watches. You got the Lions right now currently. I'm going to talk about current. I should stick with current until we move on. Currently, Lions are the 1st seed. Eagles are the 2nd seed, okay? Which is not shocking to any of us, correct? We all know. Yeah. We all kind of think
100%.
There. 3rd is the Rams, which everyone except
That's
for
shocking.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Aaron. It's like congratulations on fucking being the what is it, the biggest loser, essentially. The Vikings in 5th. The Commanders is 6th. Because of the fucking Packers. And the Packers in 7th. Anyone that you don't think should be there besides the Rams, Aaron?
No. Just the Rams.
Yeah. Joseph, what about you?
I don't know if the Packers are worthy of being where they're at, my guy. Just the inconsistencies all year and
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm glad.
If we look at the bubble here, I mean, it's like if you look at some of these other teams, it's just not. Maybe Seattle, like going back to your earlier argument, the Niners, maybe if they were healthy all season, they finally experienced the injury bug after 5 years.
I mean, we can talk record if you really want to. We can also just talk about how I just explained how my team has only lost by 3 points in the last fucking all the games, and fucking the only shutout of the season. But whatever, who cares? Who fucking cares, right? That doesn't.
You digress.
Matter.
Oh, you don't care.
How many teams did the Saints play this year?
They played 17 games, just like
everyone else. And we're the only ones to shut them out. You fuck. Okay. Anyways. Sorry. I digress.
Oh my God.
Okay. In the AFC, guys, we got the Chiefs at number 1. Shocker. Number 2, we got the Bills, which they are clutch. I don't think they're going to win it all. 3rd seed, we got the Ravens. You know how I feel about the Ravens. Wishy-washy, mixed. They're 11-5, and the Packers are 11-5. Put that in perspective. What are the Rams? Yeah, 10-6. Oh, wow, that's so interesting. All right,
11-6 after tomorrow.
Okay.
Or Sunday.
I was like, tomorrow's Friday. Texans with their new logo, they got the 4th seed, which they don't belong there.
First team out.
Steelers with the 5th seed, 10-6. They also don't belong there. And then the Chargers pulling up the end at 10-6, I think deserve to be there. Aaron, what you got? Anything you want to change on that?
Yeah, I'd take the Texans out of there, especially with the way they played last week against the Ravens. I mean, they're going to be eliminated first round if they play like that, so I guess it really doesn't matter.
That's fair, but you see they're in the weakest division, right? It'd be
I
the
So are the Rams. That's the only reason why they're there.
oh, so I'm the ass.
I mean,
Oh,
you
man.
want to call me out for my take on that? Like,
Yeah, unreal.
I didn't have a take. It was facts entirely. Brought to you by no one yet.
Hey, 2 points is 2 points, let me tell you.
Yeah, gosh darn safety.
Josephine?
Yeah, Houston. I agree with Aaron. Houston Texans by default, right? Just because of how shitty their division is. The Steelers got to get healthy, in my opinion. I think they have a chance to maybe win a game or two, but right now it looks like same old Steelers the last 14 years. Make the playoffs, but don't win a game. I'd be interested to see what the Chargers do in the playoffs. How far they might potentially go. I mean, I don't have them going all the way or anything, but I think they can win a game, maybe two if they get hot. But
Yeah.
I think that'd be interesting. I think the Broncos will. Oh, the Broncos are in the hunt. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but they play the Chiefs. Did they lose? They have to win, and I think when they win, they're in, right?
Yeah, Broncos win, they're
Yeah,
in. The Dolphins need both the Broncos and the Bengals to lose, and the Bengals just need the Broncos to lose
Yeah.
to get in. So that's the
yeah,
playoff implication in the AFC. NFC is not even worth talking about. The Buccaneers are going to lose. Well, I don't know. They played, or I mean, the Falcons are going to lose. My bad.
yeah.
Yeah, Falcons
They're
are
not going
gonna
to
lose.
make it. Hmm.
I mean, I'm looking at the bracket itself as it stands, and I mean, the Chiefs look like the team that's gonna go. If not, it'll be the Bills, but I think the Chiefs are gonna fucking be there in the AFC. So based on everything that I'm looking at, like with like Denver or whoever the fuck gets that seed, it doesn't fucking matter. And Tampa Bay too, doesn't matter.
Well, what if the
Okay.
Chargers and the Chiefs match up? That would be interesting. Divisional rivalry in the playoffs at Arrowhead, at Burrowhead, formerly known as.
Yeah, but they have to. No, it'd have to be. It's gonna either if at this point right now it'd be Pittsburgh or Houston playing Kansas City.
Oh, I bet in general though, like the later round.
Okay. Well, that would be cool. That'd make for good TV. All right, let's move on, boys. Good job, good job. We're pushing through. Let's talk briefly about the draft picture. I'm just gonna say 1 or 2 stats. If you guys want a stat to add or any of that stuff, jump on in. But my big thing right now is where the fuck did it go? It's fucking gone. Hold on.
I'll just check the shared screen, my guy.
No. Hold on. I want to do mine. You can do yours, but I'm not talking about draft order right now.
Oh,
That you can talk about draft order if you want. My thing that I want to point out is currently for the 2025 number 1 draft pick in fucking Green Bay, Wisconsin. We should fucking go to do that. That'd actually be fucking awesome. We could play golf over there.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
In April. All right. Currently, the Patriots have a 78% chance to have the number 1 draft pick, overall draft pick. The Patriots. At 11% in second place is the Tennessee Titans. Fucking Titans. And last but not least, the rest of the NFL picks up. What the fuck just happened on my screen?
Nick, this is the same thing we're sharing. We're looking at the same thing, man.
I'm not
sorry.
looking at that. I'm looking at something
But
totally different.
you're fucking up his flow.
Yeah, and I'm looking at something totally different.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know what that is. You want to see mine? Not that it fucking matters if you even can. Can you even see this because of my screen? No.
No.
It's totally different. I'm talking about percentages. That's the fuck. That's what the fuck it is. Damn it, Joe.
Sorry
The
about
rest
that.
of the NFL is 10% chance to get the number 1. Is that what it says on there?
Roughly, yeah.
Okay. All right, Joe, take it away. I'm gonna fucking walk away for like fucking 10 seconds and go take a piss now. You piss me off.
You're gonna take a piss because I pissed you off.
All right. Talk about your draft.
I love the word there. The wording was kind of nice there.
Talk about it.
Yeah, to next points, New England, Tennessee, and Cleveland. And I saw some reports saying that we saw the cleats that Shadur is going to wear, and he was wearing at the Alamo Bowl, the New York Giants cleats, so maybe he goes there. But from looking at the Raiders, maybe you trade up a spot or two ahead of the Jets. Maybe you
We
get Cam
just
Ward.
we have nothing to trade away. We're not going to trade away any players. We have no one besides Crosby and Bowers that are good enough to get a number one pick for this year. The only thing that we could trade is picks, but I don't know. I don't see us going up. I think we just eat it, get whatever quarterbacks there, or focus on offensive line, or get a cornerback or a receiver in the first round.
From everything I've been hearing, is if Vegas can't get the one, so obviously if you look at the first three teams, I mean Tennessee might draft a quarterback, but Cleveland definitely isn't. They said they're rolling it back with Deshaun. New York Giants need a quarterback. Jacksonville doesn't need a quarterback. Carolina doesn't need a quarterback. Jets need a quarterback. But I see if the Raiders could maybe move up two spots, just give like two firsts and 3 seconds in the future, so you can get whoever doesn't get drafted,
I
either Cam Ward or Shadur. I think
Yeah.
that's what I've been hearing a lot. That's what the Raiders are going to try and do. They're going to, if they can't get Shadur, that's fine. They'll go for the consolation prize, which isn't a bad consolation prize. Cam Ward, who was in the Heisman voting, he was one of the finalists for the Heisman this year. So, and you got Tom Brady in the room. He's probably going to tell your owner like, we got to get aggressive here this year. This is the year we get aggressive. We put a
Yep.
quarterback, draft a quarterback, put him with Brock Bowers, get that tandem going. Got to start from somewhere. I think this is the draft to do it. And the only team I see ahead of y'all is just the Jets and the Giants. So if there's something you can do to move up, I think, like I said, everything I've been hearing, I think they do.
Fucking, I love Vegas 1-2. For what fucking reason?
That's
All
the
right.
current. That's what we're looking at for the draft order, roughly. It's going to stay relatively the same though, even if people win and lose this upcoming week.
All right, Joe. We're going to keep this trainer rolling, and we're going to hit your college football catch-up. Go ahead and let the people know about your college football.
Ladies and gentlemen, we had a great second round of the college football playoffs here. This week we had Texas and Arizona for the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, which was a fantastic game. I encourage you guys to watch the highlights. Arizona State has this beautiful running back. He's going in the second round, no questions asked. He ran for over 100 yards. He threw for a touchdown, and he received he had a 50-yard reception ball on a go route, and got Arizona State back in the game. Texas was up 17-3 in the third quarter, and I was like, oh yeah, this is game. Arizona State comes rolling back. Texas had to win in 2 overtimes, so they proceed to the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic next week against the Ohio State Buckeyes. I had Oregon winning this game. Oregon got the doors fucking blown off, man. The score at halftime was like 28-zip. Ohio State could not be stopped.
I actually won $80 on this game, so.
Hey, shout out. There we go. College football bets, baby.
Yeah.
Everyone's questioning, is Ohio State going to get over their loss to Michigan? Oh, they're so sensitive. No, they came out. They made a fucking statement. They fucking railed Oregon, man. Oregon, the number 1 team in the country. Damn. Ohio State makes it to the next game. Penn State, Boise State. This game was on Friday night. Boise just not even on the level of Penn State, guys. The defense for Penn was on point. The running game for Penn, 100%. Don't be surprised if you hear a bunch of these names in the draft coming up in next March, April 27th in Green Bay, Wisconsin, as Nick said. And then we had the last game, the All-State Sugar Bowl, which took place in New Orleans. They had to push this game back to today. It was originally supposed to be played yesterday, but because of the terroristic act that happened, what's going on here? Anyway.
Yeah, we should for a second. That was a very unfortunate and bullshit thing that happened, and prayers, thoughts with the families and stuff that lost loved ones, because that's bullshit. Anyways.
There's people that just want to see this country go up in the hell and high water. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, Georgia playing with their backup quarterback. Notre Dame just ran the fuck out of them. And Notre Dame is going to play Penn State now next week. So we got a shake up. If you're asking me for my favorite right now, I think Ohio State's going to win it all. I think they're the best team in the country right now. And I think if you guys are looking for a classic football game, the way they used to play football in like the 1960s and 70s, look at this game right here. Penn State versus Notre Dame. 2 teams that love to run the ball and heavy on defense. I expect that game to be like a 13-10 score. The final score, something around that range. So
I'm looking at Penn State, Ohio, and I think Ohio wins.
Yeah, Ohio State, the Buckeyes are looking like the best team in the country right now. The beatdown they did against Oregon in the Rose Bowl. Wow. So
Notre
that's
Dame
where
should
I
have
have
put
college
on more of a
football.
show, I think, and for me to like pick them to win against Penn State.
We'll see. It's 13 to 10. I'm predicting the final score is 13 to 10. I don't know who's winning, but that's going to be the final score.
All right, dude. Thank you for your college catch up, Joe. Joe switched it up because it's been a shit show. We've all been on vacation and doing our lives and stuff, and he's been paying attention to college football. So good job.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
we
I love
appreciate.
that beautiful running back comment.
Let's do our next segment, Aaron, with you hammering those stats, baby.
Yo,
We
yo,
don't have
yo, yo.
we don't have to hear about how you fucking won the championship again either.
Listen, guy, I got it. I got it all out. Okay, I think I'm good. I'm just chilling.
Oh,
In
he's
the
double
Uh,
top
pointing.
five are my guys. Every single guy I have is in the top five.
I
Oh my
mean,
god.
I could just go through my fantasy team and go week by week, points, yardages, touchdowns,
Bruh,
receptions, things
get
like
out of here,
that. That's
man.
what I thought. So shut the fuck up. No, I'm just kidding. Um,
Love you
this
too.
week, I
My
think
guy.
next week, since it's the last week of the season, I will go through a bunch of different positions, stats, things like that. For this week, I'm just going to keep it to the standard three offense positions, starting with receiving yards, top five receiving yard holder, whatever you want to call that. Starting at number five, we have Brian Thomas Jr. He has 1,179 yards with 10 touchdowns. He's on Jacksonville. Believe
Hmm.
he's a rookie, correct?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he is. Yeah.
yeah. So this is actually I'll go after this, say that after this. Number four is Amon-Ra St. Brown from the Detroit Lions,
Love.
1,186 yards, 12 touchdowns. Number three is CeeDee Lamb with 1,194 yards and six touchdowns. Kind of shows they're not winning games, they're not scoring. He's getting his yards, but he's not getting in the end zone, right?
Empty
Um,
cabins.
Number two, Justin Jefferson with 1,479 yards and 10 touchdowns. Number one, Jamar Chase with 1,612 yards and 16 touchdowns. It's crazy.
Hey,
Um,
Chase, baby.
yeah, so this season, I think it's the first time there's been like I want to say five or six rookies that have over 1,000 yards.
Oh wow.
And yeah, it's something like that. I saw that. I will double check that before next week though.
New
But
age of NFL.
yeah. Moving on to rushing leaders. Starting at number five is our boy Josh Jacobs with the Green Bay Packers, 1,285 yards and 14 touchdowns. Remember that
That's right.
concern that he wasn't scoring enough? Looks like he's been picking that up.
Yeah.
Number four, we have Bijan Robinson with the Atlanta Falcons, 1,286 yards and 12 touchdowns.
So one
Number
more
th
yard than Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, yeah.
All
Number
yards
three
matter.
is Kyron Williams with the Los Angeles Rams, 1,299 yards and 14 touchdowns. Number
Dog.
two, King Derrick Henry with the Baltimore Ravens, 1,783 yards and 14 touchdowns. Number one, you guessed it,
Let's
Saquon
go.
Barkley,
Oh, yeah.
2,005 yards, 13 touchdowns, and that's off 345 attempts for
Round of applause.
2,005 rushing yards. Yeah, crazy, crazy, crazy. I kind of want to see him. I wanted to see if he could try to break their record. I mean, the closest we got to was 2012 with Adrian Peterson, who was like
Hmm.
9 yards away, I
Ah,
Nine,
think.
dude.
Yeah.
nah, that's fucked
Yeah.
up.
So yeah. All right, moving on to quarterbacks. Starting at number five, I am shocked, boys. We have Geno Smith.
Oh, he's still in it.
4,000, yeah.
Oh shit.
Four
Okay.
thousand nine
That's your guy.
4,097 yards. He's got 17 touchdowns and 15 interceptions. Number four, future Las Vegas Raiders, Sam Darnold. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, all right. You wish.
4,153 yards, 35 touchdowns, 12 interceptions.
Damn, boy.
Number
Damn.
three is our Lord and Savior, Baker Mayfield.
Baker, let's go.
400 or 4,279 yards, and 39 big touchdowns,
Damn,
15
boy.
interceptions. He was the starter on Car Ramrod probably since week 2,
Oh
except
my
for a bye
God.
week. He's
I'm
my
about to
boy.
ramrod you, boy.
Oh, prove it, daddy. Uh, number 2, we have Jared Goff, 4,398 yards with 36 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. Number 1 is Joe Burrow with 4,641 yards, 42 touchdowns, and
42.
8 interceptions. Yeah,
42.
that's
Aaron,
crazy.
Aaron, can I make a quick point? The
Hmm.
quarterback list you just listed, 4 of those 5 quarterbacks are on their second or third team in their career.
Yeah, that's crazy.
How about that?
I need to point out the fact that you jumped from Geno Smith with his yardage. I know we're doing
Hmm.
yards and stuff, but
Yeah,
his 15 touchdowns or whatever the fuck it was, 17.
17, yeah.
Joe Burrow with 42.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy. I was actually looking at that because right on number 6 hanging is Lamar Jackson with 399, or I'm sorry, 3,955 yards. He's got 39 touchdowns and
Yeah.
4 interceptions.
Yeah. There's something
So,
wrong with that.
yeah, it's just, I mean,
Joe Burrow should be MVP, man. That's fucked up. He's gonna
yeah,
get snubbed.
What I say?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. All
So,
right.
yeah, I mean, that's this week's hammering the stats. Like I said, next week we'll get into a couple of different things.
I love it, Aaron. Good
Yeah.
job.
There
That's
we go,
fucking
baby.
crazy. That puts things into perspective. Like your winning
Mhm.
record really doesn't mean shit
Yeah.
or it means everything. Excuse me. When your stats are
Yeah.
don't mean shit. That's what I meant to say.
Or
Um.
or Burrow's stat padding.
Yeah. Stat padding. Yeah. Right. That's it. All right. So instead of talking about should Saquon go for the record because we already know he's probably not going to at this point. They're not going to play him because they don't need
Yeah.
to. We all think that that would be nice to see, obviously.
Yes. Yeah.
There's a lot of player incentives. We won't get into them too much, but I know like one is Mike Evans, who's already hit his goal. Yeah,
Saw that.
he's gonna stay there. This is what makes betting hard. Okay, the betting becomes difficult because people want to say, "Oh yeah, they're gonna give him that record and stuff," but he doesn't need to play. So the betting is kind of all effed up, and I'm going to talk about the Shark Chomp bet of the week right now. That's going to be my segue. The Little Fish bet of the week is a 4-leg parlay involving no stat pat, none of the bullshit. Okay, none of the incentives. I'm just going to go with a very light 4-leg. Cleveland Browns are playing against. Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Come
My
on.
God.
Ravens. Jesus. I
there
took
you
a blank. Against the Ravens. The Ravens are giving up 19 and a half points. 19 and a half points. I'm taking the Browns plus 19 and a half because I think what'll happen is the Ravens will go up by so much. They'll go up by so much that they're going to stop playing their starters and then give the Browns a chance to like score a touchdown or two. Keep it within a 17-point game. Let's call it. So I'm going to take the Cleveland Browns plus 19 and a half. You could just pick the Cleveland Browns on a $1 bet to win $15. So if you really want to like shoot for the stars, take Cleveland on the money line because they're giving plus 1,500 or some shit like that. That's insane. That's crazy. And you never know if they're like, oh, we're not gonna hurt our starters. They take out their starters. The Browns could technically win, I guess. Yeah. But I'm taking plus 19 and a half Cleveland Browns. I'm taking the over in the Bengals at Steelers game, but I'm taking the alternate over of 30 and a half. I'm not taking all the points because they also might.
That's a lot of points. Yeah.
They also might give it up. They also might slow down. They also might slow down because they don't want to hurt anybody. Taking the Green Bay money line, obviously. Taking the Tampa Bay Bucks money line. $10 bet is going to pay out a total of $16.93. Not huge, but hey, you get your money back and $6.93. All that fun stuff. If you're feeling like, oh, I want to win more money, put $100 fucking on it. Then you win 160.
Yeah.
There you go.
I like it.
If you win $60, that's $60 worth of scratcher money.
Yeah, then you can just be another degenerate gambler, fucking buying scratchers.
Mhm.
Anyways, that's the Shark Chomp little fish bet of the week. We did pretty decent this year, and then I actually did more well on NBA because I didn't know what the fuck I was picking, and I just picked guys, and I actually won like a lot of money doing
Nice.
random NBA bets. I have no idea what I'm doing. But you just hear a good name and you're like, oh yeah, this guy's gonna be hot, and you just pick him, whatever.
Man, it
LeBron
must be
James.
nice. It must be nice getting the money that you win gambling on sports.
My God. To be honest, I took everybody's buy-in for our fantasy league, and I
Mhm.
invested it all into the S&P 500. So like I
There we
could just
go.
sell a stock of it and like pay off, but
Good
So,
investment.
so when that hits, I get majority because I was the champ.
no,
Do
you
you? You
don't
did
get.
it with our money.
It's already gone up like $70 on that one
Mhm.
investment. I'm not
Mhm.
fucking paying you the
Mhm.
Nick, I think there's a
Mhm.
term for that. Insider trading. No, I can't think of
No,
it right now.
yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, well, thanks guys for watching another installment of Opinions Mostly. With that, we're gonna wrap it up. Like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, share with your peeps. Keep our stuff rolling. Also, before we officially sign off, Aaron, where are our new shirts?
Sitting
Back
on my
over there.
couch. No way, he said that.
Sorry. Oh my God. With everything that's been going on, it kind of just slipped my mind. But I do have one for Celine now, so I'm getting that this week. So I'll wait for that, and then when I get paid next Friday, I'll ship them out.
Oh, so when you get paid, you will
Oh,
pay
here we
for it.
go.
Interesting. Is that
Here we
not what?
go. Here we
I'm
go.
glad we're all on the same page here.
Yeah. But no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just there, it got away
All
from me.
good. All
No, I
good.
know. I'm just giving you a hard time. Money makes
Yeah,
the
I know.
world go round,
No,
baby.
no. Well, thank
Uh,
you for reminding me.
I've been
There
wanting
you
to
go.
wear it on a fucking episode.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
like, you're just dicking
Well, because
around.
Lexi wanted one too, so I got one made for her and Celine.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, and I
Good
forgot I'm
man.
actually getting them this week. So
Good man. All right, guys. Anything else you want to add before we get out of here for real?
Had
no,
a fun 3 months.
just, be
Yeah.
kind, love one another.
Yeah. Love one another. You know what? We're all in this together. This thing we call life.
Yep.
All right, dude. Guys, go Pack Go. Playoff right around the corner. It's gonna be exciting. We're gonna do a couple more episodes, and if you guys got anything you want to talk about, let us know. All right. One love. Adios, amigos. Go stop the video. No.
No, I wasn't recording. What?